Ladies and gentlemen, friends and families, fans and followers, how's everybody doing tonight or today in other places in the world? Okay, I said that we're going to start learning English on this platform, right? We're going to start learning English on this platform and French too. For people who want to learn French, we're going to start learning French and English. Et bientôt, nous allons commencer par apprendre l'anglais et le français sur ce plateau. Right? Let me continue in English. Tonight, we're going to learn two terms, right? We're going to learn two terms, and we're going to see the difference between the two terms, right? The terms are a driver and a chauffeur, right? Now, what is the difference between a driver and a chauffeur, right? Okay, a driver, let's define both terms. Let's talk about what both terms do, right? Okay, a driver is someone who controls a car or a vehicle in motion, right? That's one. Okay, a chauffeur is also someone who drives or who controls a car or a vehicle in motion, right? Yes. So now, what is the difference between the two, right? A driver is simply, someone who drives a car or a vehicle. It might be a commercial vehicle, to convey goods or merchandises, or it might be it might be a taxi, right? Someone who drives a taxi and get paid instantly, right? But now, a chauffeur, is someone who is hired, right? Someone who is employed, right? To drive people or to drive, big dignitaries, For example, the people who drive the president, the minister, all those big dignitaries, they are called, the people who drive them, they are called chauffeurs, right? So a chauffeur is someone, who drives big dignitaries or who is hired to drive people, from one place to another. And that is his job, right? That is his career, his job. So he gets paid on a monthly basis or on a weekly basis or on a bi-weekly basis. Okay, there are some drivers too who get paid on a weekly basis, on the monthly basis, or on bi-weekly basis. Like, for example, the drivers who drive commercial vehicles, right? They get paid too, just like they get paid too, just like the chauffeurs. But why are they called just drivers, and why the other people, the other drivers who also drive people from one place to another are called the chauffeur, right? So that's the difference between them, right? A chauffeur is someone who get hired, who is employed, to drive people from one place. It might be by a company, but they just drive people from one place to another, right? Like bus drivers and like limousine drivers and all that, they call chauffeurs, right? They drive the president. If you have money and you hire somebody, to drive you to work or to drive you to wherever you want to go, that's your chauffeur, right? That's your chauffeur. So just a driver, for example, a taxi driver, he gets paid instantly, right? He drives people from one place to another and get paid instantly. But On the other hand, a chauffeur, he drives, right? He drives, he controls vehicles in motion, but he's hired. He's hired, he's employed, right? To drive his bosses or other people, from one place to another. So that's the difference between, a driver and a chauffeur. So what are we trying to know here? We're just trying to know that why are they called differently, right? Why are they called differently? But at the same time, they do the same actions, right? The same work. But why are they called differently? They're called differently because the chauffeur is employed, that is his job. Just drive people, drive dignitaries, from places to places, to their offices and all that. But a driver, there are some drivers who are employed too, who get hired too, like those who drive commercial trucks, commercial vehicles, they get hired too. But they're not called chauffeurs, right? They're not called chauffeurs because they're not driving people. You understand? They're not driving people. They're not taking people from one place to another, right? They're just driving, commercial vehicles and all of that, right? And somebody may ask, taxi drivers, they're also taking people. Yes, they're also taking people, but they're not employed, right? They're driving, they won't taxi and get paid instantly. That's a big difference, right? So we have to be, careful when we use terms, right? So that's the difference between a driver and a chauffeur. For example, if I have money, I can hire somebody to drive me around, right? In the morning, in the afternoon, at any time, from one place to another, to my office, to wherever I want to go. And I pay him on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis, or bi-weekly basis. That's my chauffeur. I cannot say that's my driver, right? But that's how it works, right? But a taxi driver, he just takes you from one place to another, take passengers, and then they pay him instantly, and that's all. So thank you so much, and we're coming back with other terms. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Wonderful, wonderful.